Yeah, that's one thing that we've seen in this tournament is that key logic can definitely play a huge factor into what ends up happening towards the end. You know, sometimes that any key can really, turn the tide of battle. So it looks like both of our racers are going to be screen scrolling over to the level 3 location. And we've got Blue Lionels and we've got Wizrobes on the overworld. So that's actually not bad. I mean, it's terrible for getting around the overworld, but that's going to be a beauty in the dungeons because those are some of the worst enemies. Now, we still don't know where our Dark Nuts are, and we got level 4 here at the level 3 spot. They're going to go ahead and start digging. We got likes. This could be a drop room, so they're going to both clear it out. You know, they are definitely looking for keys at this time. A map, a compass, anything to get them started. Bombs would also be well appreciated.
What's not appreciated is Rick getting grabbed by a like. And we've got ourselves a tea room, and one of the likes is got a key in its gut, and the key is somehow holding up better than the big shield.
Well, you see, that's because the likes only like to eat big shields. That's why they're called likes. Because, well, it likes what it likes.
Makes sense to me. Unfortunately, Rick takes a death to the moblins. Does get a bomb drop out of it, though, and he's just going to save and head on out.
He's going to nope out and head over to level 1, I bet. So that's good. He'll come back later. He got a lay of the land. He's going to check out the medium secret here. What have we got it for a medium secret? It is 36 rupees. That's only 4 off from the maximum, so that's pretty good. Ooh, Zeb not quite getting the one hit on the Manhandler.
Troll Handler was appearing to strike there, but Zeb does get the job done.
And Rick getting some more bombs.
And we got ourselves a Triforce.
Okay, so is Zeb gonna grab it, or is Zeb gonna continue on and see what else is here? If there's something really nice beyond this Triforce room, oh, it's just the Mugger room. He takes the heart container, puts him into Zombie Link status, and we got level 2 over here at level 1.
And Danger Noodles, Rick's clipping into the block.
Yeah, this is an ugly room. I mean, you can go, you don't have to kill them to go left, but they like to hang out at the left. So he's probably going to go check out the right first and see if there's anything over to the right here. The step ladder. Oh, that's big for Rick.
That is very huge, especially this early.
That means he's going to easily route in the coast, probably grab a candle before heading to that, that one location where level 8 is, or is usually. And hey, those Stelphos rolled down. I believe the likes were also a bit on the light side as well. And we got ropes, and one, at least 1 HP ropes, so that's not too bad. This is not looking like gonna be a terrible combat seed. But then again, the night's still young, so we still don't know. And there's a dig dogger. Now we already found one. And a map. Well, we already found one of the items in 2, and everybody named that ink blot.
Yep.
You know what that kind of looks like? That almost kind of looks like a dollar sign.
Kind of does, but it kind of looks like a cobra coiled up, ready to strike.
Oh, there's a bomb upgrade.
Something tells me those bombs aren't going to totally stop dig doggers, but that low 84 price is nice. Now, will the results be as nice as the price?
That's a good question, because it can be shuffled anywhere from 2 extra bombs to a whopping 6 extra bombs. And hey, look, we've got another tea room. But of course, Rick is going to be able to block clip through to the top here with that newly found step ladder. And is rewarded with the key. At this point in time, a key is not too shabby. And Zeb is here in level 2 as well. Leaving for a moment, thinking about it, going back inside. We get a compass on Rick's side. Look where that compass is.
That Triforce is all the way in the tail.
Yeah.
Curious sighting as Rick takes a death in the bottom left corner of the head, while ZebGedney gets run down by Danger Noodles.
I wonder if that was actually intentional. Unfortunately, okay, those Danger Noodles stayed dead. That's good. I believe the Landmall's power bracelet is her second item in 2. That was a good kill. That was a good death for Rick.
That certainly was. Sometimes in this randomizer, death is not a bad thing because a death can put you on the right track. Unfortunately, ZebGedney is not getting good movement RNG, so he is opting to leave level 2. I don't blame him for this move one bit because Danger Noodles on 3 hearts, wood sword, no candle, and nothing else to hit with other than bombs. That is a brutal fight. However, that fight is also necessary because those blue land molars are guarding the ladder.
That is true. I was going to say, well, technically you could go to the next room because the left path isn't open, but you're absolutely right. That step ladder was being guarded by those land molas. So, blue land molas, the true boss of level 2.
Interesting prices there. 3 different items, all within 2 rupees of each other. 95, 97, 99, and a heart container as our Armos item, which for ZebGedney is going to be a good find because he's got 1 heart before he takes a death.
So it looks like AdirondackRick is coming up here to Death Mountain, is going to grab this 30 secret, and is probably going to go check out this shop over here. And if, in fact, we do find a candle at that shop, he will be able to pick that up because he's now got, just over 100 rupees. And what have we got here? Well, we got 11 rupee bombs, so that's not bad.
That's a really good bomb price.
That's almost half off.
A lot of folks, some folks will love their bomb prices at half off or better. That is real. That is close enough to it in my book.
Oh, it looks like we found level 9 here up at, this is the level 6 location, correct?
Yep, that we did. And to answer a question in chat, we call it zombie mode when a runner enters a mugger room at 3 hearts and takes the heart option. Their health is automatically reduced to 0 as their HP at maximum cannot go below 3. In this mode, yes, you got this beeping noise, but Link can walk around freely. However, if he takes 1 hit from anything, it's a death.
Now, here's an interesting thing. We found level 9 up here at the level 6 location. Rick has the power bracelet. I'm sure Zeb is going to eventually find that power bracelet. But what that means is that we've got fast travel up to level 6, up to that location, and that's next to the magic sword. So if we see a high amount of hearts, we might see a white or a magic sword pickup. And Rick here is going to attempt to do the world wrap, gets it, is rewarded with the bow.
Oh, that is a very nice reward. Big. Not helping him are those Lionels trying to snipe them.
We're not even 10 minutes in, and already we've got the D. Now, what would have been really nice is if Rick was able to pick up a candle before coming here, but it looks unfortunately like none of the shops so far have it. It might in fact be in that rare shop that is up, up on the lake, close to level 7. But here it could, right here. Very, very, very good.
Yes, I was about to say, or it can be right here, which is very convenient for Rick.
Now the question is, what's under the level 8 location? We know it can't be level 9. We've seen level 9. It is vanilla. And we're starting all the way at the top.
Interesting to note that you say all the way at the top, because in the shape's algorithm, there must always be 1 room touching the bottom.
Indeed,
so
that's the way in the vanilla game. How it's always worked out is that when you're exiting a dungeon, it has to be at the very bottom row. Oh, look at that. Any key for Rick immediately in level 8. Yes, the whole chat, you know what you're doing.
Yep.
Take off every friend.
And also, name that ink level 5. Oh boy, that's segmented.
That looks like a shower head, I think. Kinda.
Well, Chad, I think what you were doing, keep on doing it, because we got a recorder in 5.
Wow. We're just being served up a huge scoop of vanilla ice cream tonight.
Don't eat it too fast or else you'll get a brain freeze.
Well, speaking of ice cream, I just recently had some cotton candy ice cream, which is pretty much the perfect way to explain this color choice for level 8.
Well, I had Pepto-Bismol on the brain and ZebGedney picking up the inferior model boomerang.
Ah, so the magic boomerang was in 5.
Yep. As is the other bomb upgrade.
So level 5 at least has one useful item. But meanwhile, this level 8. Now, if Rick can pull out, let's say, like, the silver arrows from this level 8, that would give him a huge combat advantage.
Except he's got the book right there.
Ew. We've got a double nope. A nope on each side here. But this could be an item, and it's also a Patra.
And the Patra takes Rick down before he's able to get away.
Thanks, Patra. You're such a bro.
About to get our first look at the white sword item. What could it be today? Oh,
Watch it be Lord Banana. Oh, it's the raft. So that's actually
I was
really,
about
really...
to say that.
So here's an interesting thing. With the exception of the stepladder, ZebGedney actually has the movement advantage. He's got the recorder, he's got the raft. He just has to pick up that stepladder from the room full of the noodles, and he's pretty much gonna be... We're almost... I hate to say this, but we're pretty close to a go mode. At this point in time, the only thing that we need to find are the silvers, and... yeah.
Down those stairs was a heart container. Also, name that recorder tune, folks. It's one that I do know because I have played it before in high school.
I didn't get a chance to hear. I'm sure I'll hear it again because Zeb's gonna have to open that pond somehow.
Yep, Recorder Lake doesn't open itself as Rick finds level 7.
Ooh, wonderful, level 7. Now, unfortunately, we know that the play is to go to level 5 and go to the white sword item.
Well, I understand why Rick's doing this at this point in time, because it's right here, convenience.
Level 3.
Gonna try and do a pirouette, but no dice.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't really go anywhere. But we can go to the right. And those Zols rolled down. That's nice to see. Because Zols are really, nasty. I apologize in advance for this seed. Yep.
I've heard that one before. Wasn't me who rolled it, though, so don't blame me.
Don't blame me either. Oh, I just realized something. If you're playing with the enemy sprite and you get a mugger room, the text should say "leave your money or your life," as in leave your money or your life.
You know what? Somebody run that by Greenleaf and then Fred, because I'm curious what they'd both have to say about that.
I'm pretty sure chat knows what to say at this point. Yeah.
I'll just let that particular emote tell the story for me and leave it at that, as Rick passes through a Doma room Thankfully not shuttered in, because he would need arrows for that. We still haven't seen the silvers.
Now, the silvers mine is one of the only items that we can find in level 9. Level 9 will not contain any of the important items. You know, that's the raft, the power bracelet, the recorder, the step ladder, or the bow. But it will contain the silvers. It may contain the silvers. Wouldn't it be interesting if the silver arrows are in level 9, the seed?
That would also be quite dirty.
It would be very nasty because, you know, considering how early that bow was, and we don't know if we're going to find a Goma block Triforce or not.
That just gave me the idea of a possibility of Goma block silvers. I don't know if we've seen that this tournament.
Oh, we have. In fact, AdirondackRick actually did, compete in a seed in which that was actually one of the deciding factors for his win. I won't mention which race that was, but he of all people should know the value of, maybe purchasing early arrows.
Maybe he's just waiting to build up money, find the arrow shop or something. Either way, ZebGedney's got the Triforce out of 3.
Now again, Zeb does have a general advantage. Has more pieces of the Triforce, has most of the required items. The only thing he's lacking is the only edge that Rick has. And when do you think that Zeb is going to go back into level 2 and defeat those Landmolas?
Might go for a few more hearts. Could potentially pick up a ring. Like, if Red Ring is here, that'd be a good time to go right back.
Yeah.
Although he might not go back until he's seen at least the other 7 dungeons.
Now, it's worth noting that we did see a Goma here in level 7. That doesn't mean that it's going to be, the Triforce is going to be Goma blocked. Hey, look at that.
Name that ink block, folks!
That's just a no.
Yeah, that reminds me of a cross between 2 different battle bots from the robot fighting series bearing that name.
Huh. So, Rick did not grab that Triforce just yet. Fortunately, it's only lightly guarded by those Dark Nuts. Ooh.
Nice 10 bomb for Rick, and he also got a pack from the room as a nice little bonus. And now a Patra in the way.
Hi, Expando Patronum. He's gonna see if he can bomb that way. He's gonna die here. Nope. Excellent. And is gonna be rewarded with a Goma block! Ooh. So, Goma block silvers are not entirely off the table. That could be a push block. Now, I don't think we've seen any of the, staircases. There's a wand for ZebGedney in level 3, and this level 3 looks kind of familiar. So Zeb now has a combat advantage to add to his movement advantage. Rick, unfortunately, he did get the Triforce out of 7, and that's, at least that's something.
On the plus side, that wand could be the offense that Zeb needs to get into level 2 and grab that ladder.
That's true, and once that happens, any advantage that Rick has... Now keep in mind, AdirondackRick does have the magic key, so he does not need to stop and clear rooms for keys. And Zeb only has 2 keys, and we don't know what the key situation is. We actually haven't been locked out of the dungeons too much. What's our Hundo secret?
Yeah.
It's 51. That's just 1 rupee up from the bare minimum. That is ugly.
Oh yes, that is so disgustingly bad. That makes this a poverty seed for certain.
Indeed, but you know what? You know what would be a true poverty seed is if those arrows, or God forbidding, the bait is also required, and the cheap bait's expensive. Then we're looking at a deluxe poverty seed. But otherwise, whoa, look at that level 6.
Name that ain't bluff, folks. 6 and 7, both rather large tonight.
I mean, level 7 and level 6 are usually pretty large in the first place, so yeah, I don't see Zeb's gonna want to tangle with that room full of dark nuts. We can easily get past that room. What do you got here? Just an old man. What's here at level 5? Level 5 is level 5. So that's good. Rick is on the way. He just has to dig this recorder out, and he's going to start, gaining some advantages. And we got an instant map here in level 5. That's good. Meanwhile, we got Gibdos. But we also have something that Rick doesn't have a problem with, but unfortunately Zeb does. And that is a ladder block. Now, it looks like it's really only blocking one room, so he still has many options to go down. And meanwhile, Rick does find that recorder. Here's a potential item room in level 6. It's guarded by all these blue dark nuts.
Definitely one of my least favorite enemies to fight outside of Wizrobes, blue dark nuts.
Yeah, but one of the things about Wizrobes and dark nuts is they never stop moving. Ever. At least Lionels will take a break every now and then to shoot their swords. Same with Octoroks. The bunnies don't ever stop either, but their movement is so in such a way that at least they do stay sort of put for a moment. 14! Wow, that's really...
That upgrade! Holy smokes, the maximum for a cheap price A+.
And that push block room was not a push block room, so unfortunately Zeb wasting his time defeating those dark nuts. But of course, not really a waste of time after all, because we still don't know where those silver arrows are. He does not know where that step ladder is. We're still looking out for things like the red ring. Zeb wishing he can grab that key, but unfortunately is not able to. We've got a Dodongo. Not gonna wait around for that Dodongo. So it looks like Rig must have either up an 8 or taken death, because we're back to start with him. Yeah, I guess he's trying to find the Triforce. He won't need to clear this room. When he clears that room, no, he's not clearing that room out. I think he's just gonna grab the Triforce and leave. Maybe? But he's got the recorder now, so if he has to go back and dig 9 or 5, he'll do so. I think he's gonna just move on. He's gonna check out the White Sword item, and then it's gonna...
So, once you have the recorder, leaving a dungeon behind isn't really as bad as, say, leaving... Oh my goodness, ZebGedney has found the silver arrows in level 6!
Yep. Too bad he can't use them. But when AdirondackRick finds those silver arrows, he's going to be delivering punishment to everyone and everything. At a cost of 1 rupee per shot, of course.
On the flip side, that puts us in no mode.
Yeah, between both racers, we know where everything that is necessary, except of course for the remainder of the Triforces. But look at that though here, Rick is going into level 3.
This will work out nicely when he finds the wand.
See, now, at this point in time, I think I pretty much am going to guarantee you that Zeb's next move after level 6 is going to go back into level 2. The longer that he stays away from level 2, the more Rick continues to have that slight advantage. And he'll be able to catch up more and more.
Now, that slight advantage appears to be a bit growing with the more ladder blocks we find in this level 6, because we don't even know where the Triforce is in here. What if it's behind one of those ladder blocks?
What if it's Goma blocked?
Well, that too.
So that's the other potential thing that Rick can have an advantage over. Which actually does bring up a very good question. Will Rick actually go and purchase wooden arrows? We know where we can get the silvers for free, but he doesn't know that. And it looks like these gels rolled upwards. And there's the Triforce out of 3. So now, the next stop has definitely got to be level 6. No, he's going to go back and he's going to dig the remainder of level 3. Did we see what the second item in 3 was?
I don't believe so. Outside
Well, we know
of the
that
wand.
we know one of them was the wand. Okay, chat's confirming that a hard disk container is the second item. So unfortunately, Rick's going to waste a little bit of time with this maneuver. But hey, it looks like I was going to say, I guess Zeb managed to get past one of those around one of those ladder blocks. No.
Yep, sometimes there are workarounds to these ladder blocks, although that's not always the case.
Now, one of the things that I always think of is when there's a lot of ladder blocks, but they seem to be positioned in such a way that you're able to sort of skirt around them. I usually like to think that that's where the step ladder is going to be.
There are some siege where that has happened, as ZebGedney has the Triforce. Dude, that thing was buried deep in 6.
Yeah. So again, Zeb's got to go back to level 2. We know it's at the level 1 location. He never got that Triforce because that was guarded by the Danger Noodles. Or at least that area was guarded by the Danger Noodles. It's also where the Power Bracelet was located. So,
And more
I know the Power Bracelet's not required in these particular flag sets, but in this particular case, since we've got a level 6, level 9, that's actually going to come in, quite useful. Because instead of, recording, the closest you can recorder to is whatever's at the level 9 location, or level 7, you're going to just be able to, take the staircase, or, take the shortcut straight there.
And you also get a free max check right before going into level 9, as Rick has the wand.
It makes me wonder if that's...
enough.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, though, if that's also going to factor in whether or not they're going to go looking for heart containers. They may opt to skip one of the potions at the Take Any spot in order to get more heart containers. Unfortunately, Rick getting, I think Rick's going to be like, no. You're not pushing me around anymore. I'm just going back to start.
And Zeb's not going to be in level 8 for very long going that way. But this is going to work out for him, as he's about to pick up his NE key.
Yep, that's going to give him back some of that advantage that Rick has had. And it looks like, he's thinking about, he can't purchase it. He's probably going to go torch down the large secret down here first. But it looks like he's not going to enter level 6 without standard arrows. On the other hand, he's definitely checking out that 100 secret. And he's thinking in his mind, oh, I don't like the look of that secret. Okay, that's good. Rick is not going to be doubling back to get those arrows. Instead, he's going to go straight into level 6 here.
But if he has to, he knows where to go.
Yeah, now it has occurred to me, though, that we still haven't found level 1, and we still haven't checked Spectacle Rock, so that's where level 1 has got to be this time. And oh, well, that's not bad. The map is actually pretty close to the beginning of level 6.
Too bad we can't have that with every dungeon with shapes.
I know, you gotta work
Just
for that
saying.
map sometimes. Rick's gonna see this. No, nope, he's gonna say nope.
Don't blame him.
Okay, Rick's definitely gonna be checking this room out here. I don't know if this is where the silvers were or if this was just an item drop room.
Yeah, it was a key drop, so silvers were not in this room.
No, I believe the silvers were somewhere. Anyway, here's no bullets. My only weakness. I mean, as long as your weakness isn't Boletta.
Wow. Just wow. I think it might have been this mold worm room for the silvers. Nope, that was the staircase to the Triforce. Right idea, wrong room.
Well, that's good. He's skipping out so far. 'Cause, yeah, I do believe we're in the vicinity of the silver arrows. And with those silver arrows, Rick will be soon entering into go mode.
Now, where Rick is now, to the left is the other end of that staircase, to the right is the Triforce, which he's going to have an easier time getting to compared to Zeb, because Zeb had to work all the way around that ladder block and name that ink block for level 8. Oh my goodness, that thing looks... Wow.
Yeah, that's just wow. That just wow. Speaking of wow, I hope Rick does come back in here if he decides to grab that Triforce. Now this is just a reminder that AdirondackRick is up 1 game. If he loses to ZebGedney, they're going to be forcing a Game 3. If he wins, he's going to be moving on.
Honestly, I looked at the 8's ink blot and I thought, geez, that looks like somebody's trying to topple a Java sandcrawler.
Maybe.
As Rick has the Triforce.
Is he gonna bail? Please don't. Okay, no, it looks like he's gonna bail. So this is not a good move for Rick. But at the same time, though, he's still got that recorder. The only level left. Well, he's got level 4 left to check out. He's going to buy those arrows. So this might still work out after all. We still don't know whether or not there's Gomas in level 1. We don't know if that Triforce is also blocked by anything in level 1. But we know level 1's got to be at Spectacle Rock.
Patrode's almost ran ZebGedney down, but he's managing to make a rally.
Yeah, those Patras are really dangerous without a ring. Okay, it looks like Rick's going back into level... This was level 4, I believe.
Yep.
Indeed, yes. So even though Rick doesn't have the silver arrows from level 6, he's got at least a little bit more... Well, I mean, what, you know, regular arrows do white sword damage and cost 1 rupee. He has a wand. So, I guess it's not really the greatest.
Gibdo hugs are 100% fatal, and ZebGedney was just reminded of that.
Yeah, nobody likes mummy rot. If I remember correctly, this is around the same area that Rick died.
And I think he died in the tea room, I want to say.
I believe he died in this. Well, he died in one of the rooms with a moblin. I believe it was this room up here.
Yeah, it was this room.
Yeah.
This time, though, Rick gets the upper hand with a clock.
And a bomb drop that's he really doesn't need at the moment. And yeah, that's right. We've got a manhandler, and manhandler being, ooh, there we go, does manage to get off the 1-hit kill. And we got a patcher here guarding a staircase in level 8, and oh shoot.
Good news is, with that wand, not really a big deal.
Yeah, and then it's less oh shoot, and it's more like it's a shooting gallery.
Oh, it really was a shooting gallery that rewarded a man. Name that ink block, folks.
You know what that looks like to me? That looks like Superman on a hand glider. And before
I
you're
can
asking,
see the letters I can see the letters JK in there.
Yeah, I can see that too. Okay, so Rick is going to be avoiding this Triforce in 4 at the moment. It's going to find this mugger room. It's going to be able to... You know what? That mugger room is kind of useless because... it's doubly useless because you can pay the toll of infinite keys. I mean, I don't think we ever saw Zeb go left or right. So... The only thing that really could be of any value to Rick at the moment is that red ring. Unfortunately, it looks like Rick's going to take a death in here.
Yep, right as you said it, the manhandler chomped him.
You're down to 1 heart. Your manhandler's down to 1 petal. Who do you think is going to win?
Flip a coin, that's your answer.
Oh, it's worse than flipping a coin. Although I'm sure in that particular case, Rick is probably flipping manhandler something else.
Nah, Rick probably wouldn't be the one doing that.
Now we got a, chat saying that it found the, heart container on the floor in 4, so... Hopefully Rick will notice that. Because it does feel like he's starting to drag a little bit behind. Although, to be honest, the longer that Zeb goes looking for that ladder in the wrong place, the more time that Rick will have to catch up. Now here we go. This is going to be our item staircase. What have we got? Red ring, please. It is just another heart container.
I believe Zeb got to this heart container earlier. Speaking of Zeb, has to try 4 out of 8.
I actually don't think so. Because I thought that Zeb, became Zombie Link, but actually bailed out of this particular room.
Oh yeah, that's right. He didn't get that. I'm
Okay.
mistaken.
Well, he didn't have the map, so he didn't know he could bomb left or right. So what this means now is that AdirondackRick only has to grab Triforce out of 1 and out of 8, but we know we have to go back into level 6 for those silver arrows. Do you think he's going to go... Do you think he's going to gamble on level 9?
It's certainly possible. Which, while it wouldn't be a bad play, we know here in the commentary booth and in chat that that's not the right play.
Well, under most circumstances, digging level 9, even if it's the wrong answer, is still good because that gives you a lot of intel. The bad news is that if you get one of those rare level 9s that's only maybe 4 or 5 rooms, then you're digging more of level 9 than you absolutely need to. If you enter level 9 and you see, like, if you, like, hear the pig and, you know, see Ganon shut her door, it may be better to try elsewhere first. But here we go, level 1, first one into level 1 here. There's 3 items, you know, 2 on the floor, 1 in the cellar. Rick might dig, because really there's nothing at this point in time. Well, there's an instant compass. Look at that. That compass, or that Triforce piece, is all the way on the upper right. You're down on the lower left. This is one meandering, sprawling level 1. Meanwhile,
could also be segmented too.
Could be segmented, yes. Meanwhile, we've got Zeb here in level 7, checking out this staircase here. Unfortunately, not an item. Oh, these manhandlers. There's the map out of level 7. We know the Triforce is just north of that. Now remember, Zeb still doesn't have the stepladder, and I don't believe Zeb even knows what's on the coast. For all he knows, the coast could have the regular boomerang. Keep wanting to see magic boomerang, but then I realized we found all our trash items already.
Well, we haven't found the red candle yet, to be fair, and it turns out I was right about level 1 being segmented.
Ah. There's that Triforce piece. Check up here. I mean, at this point, Rick, it would be good for Rick to find... Oh, there's the white sword. I was going to say, we haven't found the white sword yet. Rick might want more heart containers to make a play for magic sword, but there's the white sword. So he might have, you know, if he can't pick up the magic sword, at least the consolation is it's only going to take 8 stabs to kill Ganon rather than 15. And here we've got well, there's a Goma. Let's hope Zeb doesn't think that there's anything value past that Goma. Don't you have the Nintendo Power Guide? Yeah, the Nintendo Power Guide is going to help you so much in this seed.
I don't think Nintendo Power ever planned anything like this, as Rick has the Triforce out of 1.
So here is the thing. Rick is in the lead in the sense that he has more Triforce pieces, and he has all of the items save for one particular item for Go Mode, and that Go Mode item is the silver arrows. And that is one of the items that ZebGedney managed to secure from level 6. Now, the good thing about level 1 is that it is a relatively short level. Is there an item here? It could be another segment. Nope, it's the item. It's Lord Banana. All hail.
All hail indeed.
Now, Rick is going to pass that banana up because, obviously, he's getting so close to Go Mode, and he doesn't really want to risk that extra time. Plus, it's not really important at this point. He's got much better offense. So Rick still is missing one more item here out of level 1. It's probably going to be a heart container. Could be the red candle.
Speaking of...
Okay, it most definitely is the red candle. Now the red candle is, well, some people call it a trash item. It's not really a trash item. It allows you to continuously use, the candle flame on the screen as often as you wish, as long as you don't exceed 2 bursts of flame per shot, right? So now he is going to go back here, and this was level 7. Oh. Yeah, this is... I mean, both of them are in level 7, so... Now, the good news is, though, is Rick did get the Triforce out of here earlier, so he knows not to go check that area out. So he's seen a lot more of level 7 than Zeb has, or at least has seen the right part of level 7 that doesn't have the items. So hopefully this is going to be a quicker check for Rick. Interesting here.
That Rick didn't check was the Goma. Oh, but he died before getting there. Or to the right of the Patra.
It looks like the item could be Goma blocked, indeed. Now, there is this Patra here, which I don't remember if Rick took down that Patra or not. And I think Rick is going to be checking out that Goma. He's probably thinking that silvers, they've got to be in this room.
Wouldn't be a bad pick, but it's not the pick to make a ZebGedney fix the wings off the Patra. Which isn't very nice, but hey.
Yeah, but Patra started the fight.
Fair point, fair point.
That actually does bring up an interesting point. I wonder what Patras taste like.
No, Jiggly. Besides, I am not a fan of eating bugs. Oh, it's the red ring in level 7. Rick's gonna be happy to see that, but ZebGedney gets there first.
Yep. The problem is, though, that Rick is probably thinking this Goma's the play. He's got, he's got 2 hit points remaining, and the Goma takes off 2 hit points per shot. He's looking, do I have to kill that little son of a Patra? Yes, you have to kill the son of a Patra. Don't get bopped. Expando Patras are no good. Oh, come on, Rick, you can do this. He didn't do it.
Yeah, he triggered the Expando Patra to go ad infinitium, so as a result of that...
And he's going to bail. He's going to bail.
I don't blame him.
Things are not boding very well for AdirondackRick at the moment. But he is by no means out of the game just yet. He still has to go back into level 8 and dig that piece of the Triforce. It must not be ladder blocked because we obviously have it on ZebGedney's side, and Zeb does not have the ladder. He's still not going back into level 2. He might go back into... Maybe he's banking on there being a ladderless seed, but he's going to go check out the level 1 location first. That's really interesting.
Speaking of ladderless seeds, that's exactly what Sea Falcon did in the one qualifier that he absolutely destroyed. Which, quite frankly, is amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, ladderless seeds are quite rare because you have a lot of these ladder blocks, but sometimes these rooms do configure themselves in such a way, and it's also not guaranteed as well that all the rooms are going to show up in any particular game. So you may have one that's lacking in river rooms, or you may not run into as many Chevy rooms. And there we go. ZebGedney finding Lord Banana. You know, he's already got something far worse. I mean, you wish you could exchange boomerangs, but you can't.
Yeah, this isn't Majora's Mask, Rando, where you can downgrade weapons.
I mean, you technically could downgrade. The funny thing about how the boomerang works is that there's one bit that tells you whether or not you have a boomerang, and then there's a second bit in another part of the game's RAM that tells you whether the boomerang is magic or not. I mean, why not just... And I guess it's just the way the game is coded that... I mean, you could code it because swords are progressive in the sense that, the first value is, wooden sword, second value is white sword, right? And same with the rings. But why not just make like the boomerang progressive like that as well?
That would be a good suggestion for Fred as ZebGedney picks the red candle
I
out
don't
of
think
one.
people care.
And now we
I don't think.
see a level 1. Contestants named That Ink Blot. I'd call it 2 islands out in the ocean, but that's
Oh. Cellphone in chat. My name is Patcher. I have 8 Patcherlings. Beat me up and you'll earn my red rings. If you don't know what he's referring to, you need to play more Chrono Trigger.
Well, there's the compass on ZebGedney's side.
Yeah, you know what? I can see that. Meanwhile, AdirondackRick still here in level 8, chasing down that Triforce, probably chasing down whatever the items are. Gotta go back into level 6. He doesn't know that, we do, but he's still making the logical plays. I mean, it's kind of you have to understand though that from the player's perspective, they're making the plays that they consider to be either the most logical or sometimes the most illogical. Sometimes you just throw caution to the wind and you go, I'm going to just, take a chance here. And there we go. We've got the white sword pickup for ZebGedney.
And the Triforce pickup for ZebGedney out of level 1. Now he's got no choice but to go back to level 2.
Yeah. But then I guess the next question is he gonna go check the coast for the bow? Has he checked the coast for the bow yet? I don't remember him checking the coast, but it could be my memory could be faulty. Yeah, no, I don't remember Zeb going that way. I know AdirondackRick, he world wrapped into the bow. I remember seeing somebody coming from the coast, but not to the coast. Oh, is this a one-off staircase? Ooh, Rick, there we go. Zeb gets the ladder. But Zeb's not going to go to the left, he's going to go to the right. We know that the rest of the things inside level 2 are to the left. The power bracelet and, the Triforce. We also know that there's a heart container up here, but at this point in time, I don't think he's really going to worry too much about it. It looks like Rick is going to grab... Oh, you know what? Yeah, Rick is probably going to grab this heart here. Now, I don't know if Rick grabbed the heart along the bottom of the coast. No, he's going to grab the potion.
Well, considering how tough the combat's been in places, especially with the Patras, I don't blame him.
Yeah. So now, where is Rick going? Rick is going to go... I guess he's going back into 8?
Nope, visiting a fairy.
Ah, okay. So, I wonder if Rick remembers he's got that power bracelet and that he can just warp to and from a whole bunch of places. No, he's gonna go back into Yeah, I think he's gonna head back into level 8. He's going this way. Or 7. 7 would be the better play for him, considering we know that red ring is there. But he still needs that Triforce out of 8. That would be his last... No, he's going to 8. This is his last Triforce. He's probably going to gamble on level 9 having the silver arrows. Now, because Zeb had already found those silver arrows, he knows that the bow can never be in level 9 with these flag sets, so he's probably going to beeline to the coast. Meanwhile, he gets his next bomb upgrade. There we go, Rick taking down the Patra, and Zeb getting the power bracelet. Going to be rewarded with that Triforce piece. Then after that, it looks like the only Triforce piece left, he has to... Wait, didn't he already grab the Triforce out of level 1?
Yeah, I believe he did. So he's got to head to the coast to get the bow, which will put ZebGedney into Triforce and Go mode heading into level 9.
Oh, I don't think he's going to be in Triforce and Go mode. He's just going to be in Go mode.
For those who missed it, name that recorder tune.
Yep, Zeb knows where the bow is. The process of elimination. But I mean, don't forget though, the game's not over after Zeb enters level 9. Oh. Yeah, that's one of the most annoying things about Lionels and Wizrobes, is that you can have so many other projectiles on screen that the raft will actually fail to deploy. Not the raft, the step ladder will fail to deploy because that ladder sprite takes up one of the sprites in memory. Also interesting of note that there's only about 6 screens on the overworld that you are permitted to use that step ladder in. You know, 2 of them are along the coast, and of course you've got a couple of them up by Death Mountain. Is Rick gonna check Magic Sword? No, he's not. He's gonna go... Well, Rick isn't, because this is ZebGedney we're watching. I mean, I can guarantee you right now, Rick is not gonna be checking Magic Sword within the next 2 minutes. But here we go. We've got ZebGedney in level 9.
What are we looking for?
We're looking for a door, and we're looking for a dwarf. Ganondorf, to be exact. We're going to be able to listen... Yeah, we'll be able to listen to his roar, any of the 4 adjacent spaces to the room that he is in. We're also looking for that single shutter door. It will not open, even if all the monsters in the room are cleared. And also, too, ideally, it would be nice to find a compass. Yeah, that's my guess, is that... Oh, no! Rick's going back into level 6. This is good. But it's going to take him a little while to catch up. Well, guys, there's our bait block, so no bait tonight.
Yep, and for first quest dungeons, there's only the 1 bait block. In second quest,
yeah, second quest is 2. But of course, shapes are always modeled after the first quest logic. That's why you're never going to find a staircase item in level 2. That's why you're never going to find more than 1 bait block. That's also, there's also going to be some other factors as well, I'm sure. Well, yeah.
Pretty sure one of those factors being Fred hasn't figured out how to make it work.
Well, you know what? I think what it is he can make it work. The thing is, though, is you have to pretty much start reprogramming the logic to accommodate for those things. Because, how are you going, because things like level 8 and 7, for example, in second quest, they have one-way staircases. One of the things that I've been asking for to be in Logic is to have a situation where the stepladder is in the middle of a Chevy room, and you need to take a one-way staircase to get to that Chevy room so that you can obtain that. You can obtain the ladder from inside the ladder block, to have a ladder blocked ladder. And I think that would be really cool, and I think that would add a lot to the game.
Well, the way Boletta puts it, it sounds like you said ladder block, and yes, that would be painful!
Yes! A ladder blocked ladder.
But I'm with chat, that would be atrocious.
It would be atrocious, but it would be absolutely amazing to watch as a spectator. You know, just knowing that you have this seemingly impossible situation, and you have to remember what dungeon you're in, and what the logic is. Oh, hello, heart container. We don't need you. We're looking for a pig.
No, the silvers are in here, and how do I know this? The heart container and the basement item were in the same room.
Wow. There we go. All of the value in level 6 in the location. AdirondackRick is now headed towards level 9. Zeb has a several-minute advantage. Will Rick end up lucking out and taking a different path and leading to the pig first? Or will he find the princess?
Or both. Stay tuned, folks. Well, we found Ganon's room, which has only the compass and no pig.
Well, that's only the compass. That's only the compass. Yes, that's this. So now we know where that single shutter door is going to be located. Now we're just looking for a pig. So now the next question is: do you try and go as far away from that spot as possible, or do you think maybe Ganon's hanging around? And it looks like we're going to have a play for the magic sword. Do we have magic sword at Hearts? Yes, we do!
That gives Rick a combat advantage, but will it be enough for Rick to rally from behind to win game 2?
I mean, Rick does not have the red ring. If we get a Chevy Room Ganon, then we have a potential issue where that magic sword could actually be useful, even though Zeb does have the advantage in that department.
Now, the thing about Blue Ring is, as it was just brought up in chat, is that Blue Ring can only be purchased.
Right. And the blue ring always costs near the maximum amount of rupees that you're capable of carrying. We also know, judging by the large secret, that we are dealing with a poverty seed.
Yeah, the only way you'd be able to have enough money to even think about it is you'd have to get a lot of medium secrets or do some very lucky genie farming.
Or you can always manipulate the, money-making game. That is a possibility. But that is more time-consuming than Rick is willing to pay for that, so he's just going to truck on. He does have a potion. But on the downside, though, it is going to take, one Ganon hug is going to take out 4 hearts, where it's only going to take out 1 for Zeb. Ooh, Rick managing to beat the Danger Noodles into this room gets rewarded with more noodles.
These are the safer variety.
Yes, these are the, okay, let's put it this way. Those are the other ones are the spicy noodle. These are the children's noodles. This is the noodles that you find in the kids' meal. The other one is like your 5-alarm triple hot, spicy noodles. Like the kind I would order.
Basically the kind that I wouldn't order, or else I'd be acting like my mouth was on fire.
You realize that the intention is to have your mouth on fire, correct?
Oh yeah, which is why I don't know, which is because I have no spicy tolerance whatsoever.
One time I did a chicken wing challenge, except it wasn't a challenge, I just wanted really spicy chicken wings. So I just said, I'm gonna order the stuff that I have to sign a waiver for. And I did that for fun, and I didn't do that to win a prize, I just did that because I wanted them. Now, when I'm getting older, I've got less of a spice tolerance than I used to, but oh boy, I know how to handle my spice.
On another note, it seems like we're starting to go around in circles in this 9.
Yeah, this level 9 is definitely giving them the business. Gotta find the right path. Can they find it? Now, but at this point in time, both of them have been in level 9 long enough that it's gonna be one or the other who runs into Ganon first.
Rick's found a heart container. He's not saying no to it.
That's an interesting play, because... Oh, he's thinking... Yeah, he's doing an up A. That's true, Rick does not have the knowledge of where Zelda's located. Now, the thing is, though, is that could actually play into Rick's advantage, because I don't know if we've actually seen a whole lot of what's going on in that area. For all we know, Ganon could be very close to the princess. But maybe Zeb is banking on Ganon being on outsides of the dungeon. So does chat think that maybe we have a magic staircase situation going on?
Well, I'm starting to think it's either a bomb hole or a magic staircase. It's one of the two. Or maybe both.
Well, I can tell you it's not walk through walls, because those aren't on in these flag sets.
Yeah, that's second quest.
But I mean, it is second quest, but you can actually turn that on independent of other second quest features. I'm pretty sure. Because everybody loves pushing against walls before trying to bomb them first. Alright, so it looks like Zeb is back over in this direction.
And folks, name that ink blot.
Okay, so it looks like there's only 2 ways to get into Zelda's room. And oh no, there can't be. There's only one passage to Zelda's room. We can't go in from the east, we can't go in from the south, and we can't go in from the we can go in from the north, because Zelda's room is not guaranteed to be Zelda's room, but we haven't seen Zelda's room yet, have we?
Nope.
That could be Zelda's room.
Well, it can't be Zelda's room if you have to enter it from the north.
Well, yeah, you can't enter it from the north if it's Zelda's room. That will do bad things to the game if it happens.
I hear a pig!
Ooh, do you hear pigs? On which side? Oh, well...
ZebGedney's side, he could not get to it, so it's gotta be north or south.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna say I like Mr. Cap's suggestion, but I think it's something from Space Invaders, but we found him. ZebGedney, at 1 hour, 8 minutes, 29 seconds, has found Ganon. And he's gonna need 8 hits with the white sword to set the pig up for the silver arrow.
Yep, 1 Ganon body is going to take off 1 heart container. Can he get a stun lock? He gets a stun lock.
Yep, that he does. We got bacon.
At this point in time, this is definitely going to be Zeb's game to lose, but we still haven't found a clear path to Zelda, unless, of course, we might have passed it already. He didn't check it out because he already knew where it was. Can we bomb to the east? No, we can't.
I think he's already on the right path.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got to come in from the north here. Yeah, we can walk down. There it is. The door opens.
And get your GGs in chat for ZebGedney, who stays alive to force a Game 3 tomorrow night.
We've got the official time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 34 seconds.
And with that, we are joined in the commentary booth by ZebGedney. GG, and you have forced a third and deciding game.
Thanks. Really highlights last night's debacle fighting Ganon, but what are you gonna do? It's all right. Got one more game. We can do this.
If these first two games are any indication, it should be a good one, as you were both in 9 at the same time. Rick has yet to find the way to Ganon or Zelda. You got into 9 first and carried it to home for the win.
Wow, that's something. I felt. I mean, I know it's a very stereotypical thing to say, but I felt so far behind not having the ladder, and I never checked the coast, so I had no idea where the bow was. Once I left, I was thinking 4 has 2 items, 8 has 1 floor item, and then I realized, oh, I never checked the coast item. Might as well whistle the 8 first. Man, seeing that bow on the coast was just amazing.
So what happened with that ladder is you saw the danger noodles and they knocked you around. Rick was able to clip into the block and kill them, so he had ladder for the entirety of the seed for the most part.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would have, oh, man.
Now, Rick's undoing, unfortunately, is that he also had the bow for a lot of the seed, but he never thought to go back into level 6 and dig out the silver arrows until you had already entered into level 9.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that would be the case. I remember it being in the room where the item was, right? So it was a floor item, which is, I can't remember I think you could get into the floor item without clearing the room. So yeah. I was hoping that perhaps someone would go in there, get the item, and keep moving without clearing the room. That was my only hope there.
Well, the room didn't really need to be cleared because it was a corridor staircase.
Right. So that was my that was
your bet. Your bet that they wouldn't. But I don't think he actually found that location his first time through level 6.
Okay.
So that's probably what it was. Is he just wasn't finding the right location.
Yeah, what happened with that is you had to take the longer route because of not having ladder. That longer route had the silvers. Rick used the ladder to take the shorter route.
Okay, I was just gonna
him away from it.
Okay, did he have the map by chance the first time through, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did find the map early on.
Okay, I'm trying to remember where it was on the. I feel like it was in the bottom section, but I guess if you find the Triforce pretty quickly, and if you didn't have to clear too many rooms, you might want to just say move on and not come back if I need to. So.
Are we talking about the map out of 6 or?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I actually could have sworn that the map was closer to the entrance.
Yeah, it might have been in the first room if I remember correctly.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Rick is still having a difficult time locating the pig.
Oh, I see. He found the map for 9. Interesting.
Yeah, it certainly is an interesting ink blot.
Sometimes
we had one person call it the hairy red monster from a Bugs Bunny cartoon. I thought it was something like
I can see that.
Yeah, I thought it looked like something out of Space Invaders.
Hair today, gone tomorrow.
Ah, yes, that was a good one.
Yeah, it's looking like, based on what he's what he's looking at the map, he's having the same problem I have, which was, if I'm not mistaken, there's only one way to get into where Ganon was, and it was through, yeah, it was through that. Oh no, it was an open door. I don't know why I didn't check to the right after going down from the meat block. I didn't go. I figured I'd go left since I hadn't been over there, and it was man, it was like right there. So
Yes, this was game 2. Interestingly enough, I actually signed up to commentate this race because I thought it was a game 3, and it did look like it was game 3 on there, but that was not the case.
all right, he should be able to get here now. If he goes down and turns, he doesn't clear this room, he will hear Ganon. Which you can't bomb down to, but this will, yeah, he should be done in probably 2 minutes.
So that means that that means that Ganon was close to the princess.
Yep.
Because that's one thing I
Magical
kind of
staircase.
that's one thing I kind of noticed, is that this assumption that Ganon has to be as far away from the princess as possible.
Nah.
It's the swag arrow, as I've heard it being called. So he's only going to need 4 hits, but one Hyrule Driver is going to do that. He's got a potion.
Oh, he's using it this time, unlike...
Wait till he finds
last
out where
night.
the red ring was.
Yeah, I feel like we had the exact, this just feels like the exact opposite. Last night I came into 9 with magic sword, no red ring, and he came in with red ring and maybe white sword. And
Yeah.
and then I've died with a potion in hand, which is, you know,
Yeah, that's never fun.
borderline criminal.
Mm-hmm. With it being this game or any other Zelda rando where you have a potion, you die with it, it's frustrating for the runner too. Meanwhile, Rick has rescued the kidnapped, in his case, Ganon, and has wrapped up this race with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 16 minutes, 45 seconds. Get your GGs in chat. And for those wondering, didn't mention this earlier, but the recorder tune was Spanish Flea from the Tijuana Brass.
And it looks like we've got Rick here in chat, or should I say on the Discord. Let's see if he wants to do interviews.
So while we're waiting for him to join, I don't know if it's been mentioned yet, but we'll have game 3 will be tomorrow night at 9:30 as well. I don't know what channel it's on yet. It's probably in the schedule, but
Oh, that's too bad, because I was going to say same bat time, same bat channel, but...
We don't know the channel yet, so we can't go there, Jiggly.
That throws that out.
Unfortunately.
That ruined my joke.
We are
There we
now
go.
joined by AdirondackRick. GG.
Thank you. GG, Zeb.
GG.
So that seed was something else. By the way, Rick, you want to know where Red Ring was?
Where was it?
It was in 7 past that Patra room. Zeb was able to dispatch the Patra. You died to it.
How, yeah. On that top portion of that 7?
Yep, that top portion.
One room over.
How many did you have any defenses when you went up against that Patra?
I don't remember. I had the wand. That's all I remember at that point.
Yeah. Patras and I didn't get along in this seed. I had the same issues that I had in the first seed, and this time the gamble not to get either item in 6 came back to haunt me in the end.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to get the first time, which I say lucky. I didn't have the ladder, so I was kind of routed around and happened to find the staircase, and then as I came out, I cleared the room, and there's the silvers laying on the floor.
Well, actually, it's the other way around.
Just kidding.
The heart container was in the room, and the silvers were in the stairs.
Oh, I guess I had that marked backwards on my tracker.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That's it was it was in the staircase, and I, all that whole talking about earlier, gambling that or hoping that people would skip the room. I don't know what I'm talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my problem is at that point in time I had everything with the exception of the silvers, and I'm like, I don't really want to be digging any more of this 6th.
Yeah.
I gambled on it, and this time it wound up coming back to hurt me, and same thing with regards to those Patras. I think one of the things I need to work on out of this seed was how to battle Patras.
Yeah, that I don't know if when you had the wand, but that little buffer that it gives you is such a help. Saved me a few times against Dark Nuts as well.
But really, it came down to no surprise here at this point. I had to double up on 8 because I died deep in that dungeon before figuring out where the Triforce was, and I went back to 7 trying to see if the Goma blocked the silvers, and it turned out not to, and wound up hugging too many enemies in the end too. So it just was unfortunate, but it is what it is. I will say that in Game 3, I would love to have our top secret be different than 51.
Yeah, that's amazing. 2 in a row.
I would agree with that because that's just disgusting to see, whether you're watching the race as a viewer, a commentator, a tracker, or are playing the seed. That's just disgusting to think about.
Also didn't help the fact that I left level 4 when I did, but at that point I didn't have any heart in it after I took that death in there. I'm like, I'll come back later when I need to.
Understandably so, and that's what happened with Zeb in level 2 with the ladder, Rick. Your block clip play into there gave you a pretty healthy advantage early. Unfortunately, didn't pan out in the end, because having the ladder led you away from the silvers in 6.
Yeah, I'll have to watch this one back, see how you were supposed to route that 6 without the ladder, but I'm going to guess it came down probably the same way when I made my eventual return back. I wasn't going to go into 9 with as many items I had outstanding still.
That is understandable.
Well, tomorrow night, Game 3.
9:30. You guys aren't going to want to miss this for sure, because with how good these 2 first races have been between these 2, race 3 is going to be a barn burner.
Looking forward to it.
As am I. And before we get out of here, a look at the slate for tomorrow's action on Columbus Day Monday here in the States.
Oh, that's how it works out. They had to give you an extra holiday to compensate for our Thanksgiving.
I'm not sure if that's the case there, but that's another topic for another time. Anyway, here's what we got for tomorrow. We start at 11 a.m. First off, nothing's been assigned yet. 11 a.m. Thorwolf versus Dig Shake That's a game 1. 9 o'clock in the evening, JSR and Nochibato play game 2. 9:30, these same 2 runners, go give them a follow. They put on a heck of a show. ZebGedney, AdirondackRick, they will play their game 3 at 9:30. We'll know the channel later, so same bat time, unknown channels, where we'll leave that. And then to round it out at 10:30, Fury SK will be taking on Shaddy in game 1 of their best of 3. Also looking over the speed gaming schedule, what is set in stone for tomorrow is Pokemon Red and Blue at 5. 7 has Metroid Prime Rando and Hollow Knight Any Percent No Major Glitches 2019 tournament. And 9 o'clock has a Luigi's Mansion No Out of Bounds race and the Super Metroid A Link to the Past combo Rando race. That's using hard logic. So lots of great action around the speed gaming family of networks, as well as the 4 Zelda 1 Rando tournament races. As we start to get into the round of 32, we are now getting into the thick of it. So with that being said, Jiggly, any final thoughts on this race?
Nope.
So you're pulling a no Jiggly on yourself?
I didn't say that.
I'm kidding.
Nope, you guys have given me too much attention now. You can't stop. I have to get no Jiggly at least once a day, or else I start feeling bad about myself. This is why memes are destructive, people.
Well, that depends on the meme, but we'll leave it at that.
Anyway, good night, everybody.
Yep, so for Jiggly Saint, our tracker Boletta, and our runners and everybody behind the scenes at Speed Gaming, I'm Leslie Pro. Have a good night. Take care, watch out for Lionels, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.